We made it to Moab! Oh my god, we can't do this without airing down.
Last thing I want to do is spend the rest of the day changing a tire right here. And this is a big concern.
Don't like this. I don't like this one bit. This whole thing gives me so much anxiety.
Let me know when you're ready. Coming down. What was that?
I don't know. Well, we just jumped on to the Rimrocker Trail, and I think we're about halfway through it. So we're only doing the latter half of it. I don't know what part of our trail driving it was, but somewhere the landscape turned into Arizona.
We're going to get to the border today of Colorado and Utah. So it definitely has changed to be a lot more desert scape.
I think the interesting thing about this trail today is going to be if we meet other vehicles coming the opposite direction, because it's a one-way street.
Yeah, but I think most people do it from Colorado to Moab.
Let's hope so, because we're gonna end up either backing up for miles to find a spot that we can pull over to let another vehicle through.
So far a lot of this section of the trail is up on the top of the plateau, which is really cool because you get some amazing views, but a lot of it does have shelf road. If you're going from Colorado towards Utah, it's on the driver's side. So that is one thing to think about if you're comfortable with shelf roads.
Just jumped out to get a shot of us going over this crazy rocky area, and we got to like the first real rocky section, and we're both like, oh my god, we can't do this without airing down. So we're backing up a little bit and trying again.
Could get pretty tight and off camber, they said, so I'm not sure if we're short enough. So we're probably gonna have to go scouting on a bike. So this is the section of trail right here that I'm worried about. The challenge for us on something like this is that we're so big, we have very few line choices, right? Because we're wide and we're long. My concern is that basically if we were to do this, we are edge to edge with the width of the vehicle. So that means we're going to come down on these rocks here, and we're also going to come down on the high side here. Just going to lean the vehicle that way, and it's going to put a lot of sharp edge on the tires. And all the weight of 20,000 pounds is on two tires on the sidewall. Last thing I want to do is spend the rest of the day changing a tire right here, and this is a big concern. Less for the EarthRoamer. I think we have plenty clearance. It's really the angle, the breakover angle, the bike rack in the back. What would happen is we would come out over this rock face, right? And the vehicle would be way down there, but because it's so long, the rear of the bike rack might end up clipping this. The last thing we want to do is snap a bike rack either. Totally doable on an EarthRoamer without any racks, and just being super cautious about line placement for today. And because we've got like a fraction of the trail done already, and it's already like afternoon, and we're trying to do a huge chunk of the trail today, I'm gonna say we skip this, cut around it on the highway.
Well, we only ended up backtracking like maybe 1 or 2 miles to cut off that section. So,
and it was what, like half a quarter mile on the highway? Super short.
Yeah,
half mile.
Barely anything. I think someday I would like to try those types of obstacles. I just don't feel like today is the day to winch and change a tire and stack rocks. We jumped out at this quick viewpoint spot just to take in the scenery. We're just gonna take a moment to admire and then keep hitting the road.
You could go to Rimrocker's website. You can download all the different points of interest, things like that, and also Trails Off-Road has a really great option as well. But this is one of them, and this is a viewpoint of the whole canyon down there, which is unbelievable. It kind of looks like a mini Grand Canyon, just not as steep, and then some old mines as well. And it's just so spectacular up here.
We saw some clouds and dark skies a few minutes ago, and now we have met with some rain.
Yeah, and wind, it all kind of rolled in, which is nice. We got to see some of those views before it's all kind of getting socked in. But it might cool down outside a little bit, which would be nice.
Or it might just make this road super muddy and slippery.
Yeah. So far, it seems like every time we're on a trail, we're in a rainstorm, easily.
I guess the nature of fall.
Yeah, I think so too. But I enjoy it. I don't know. It's nice to have the weather. So this is an old mining structure. It's this tiny little house or shack kind of built into the side of this hill. It's kind of falling over. Just a mattress on the floor and a chair. Not much to it. It was pretty simple. It looked like just a little metal on the roof and pieces of wood.
So there's this I don't know, turquoisey blue stuff all over the side of the rocks, and you can see it from the viewpoint out that way too. And honestly, it looks like someone just spilled something all over here. I can't quite tell if this is natural, if it's a mineral, or if it's something else, like a flame retardant or something like that. I don't see any evidence of a burn. I don't know.
The green on the mountain might be actual minerals, not just color. Look at that. That's actual green rock. Huh. That's cool.
I was walking to do some spotting and I found this huge hole. It looks way less deep in the camera than it does in real life. A little more, driver. All right, that's good. That looks good. This is a hard angle for me to see, so just go slowly, please.
All right, copy that.
Go a little more passenger side if you can. I can't see. Just go. You've cleared hole.
Good job spotting, Bunny.
Look at the hole now.
Oh, that's a huge hole. It looks like the water eroded underneath the road. So it's not just a hole. It's actually all this is hauled out underneath. Oh yeah, all the way down to here. Wow, there's not much dirt left under this part of the road.
I feel like the fact that we just happened to see that hole was lucky, but also now makes me nervous. What if we don't happen to see other holes? Okay, it looks like the car's just sitting there. It's kind of taking up a good chunk of the road.
Go around it, maybe?
Can we? There's huge rocks.
Oh no, we're gonna try.
Do you want me to get out and spot?
Yeah, probably.
Careful, your mirror is so close over there.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
You've got space over here.
Nice job.
We're gonna go scout this next part of the trail because when we initially just drove right up to it, it looked very rocky and a little droppy.
So the reason why we have to drop down this part of the trail is this actually goes down the highway. We jump on the highway for a little section and then the trail resumes on the other side of the highway. So we have to get down some way or another. And then once we do, then we jump over the highway to our section trail. I would say we probably get air down at this point to do this section.
Can we do this section?
Yeah, we can absolutely do this. We'll just take it slow. The difference is we have to do this section.
Look at this turn up here after this incredibly loose gravel, deep ruts.
Yeah, the trick for us is honestly probably...
Turn around?
No, I'll probably do it in 4 low actually, and we have a 2 low switch that we could pop into to make the turn.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
We'll be fine. We definitely need air down at this point to do this section, and what I'll have you do is stay way out of the way. So I'll probably have you stand out here, but I don't want you near the car in case the car slides it's not gonna slide, but in case it slides over a little rock or something, I want you out of the way.
Yeah, but you're in the car.
Yes, but it won't slide down the mountain. It won't slide down the mountain. But it might slide on a couple rocks.
Oh, this does not make me feel better.
No, we'll be okay. Let's go air down and get this moving.
Uh-oh.
We're airing down and we're going to go down to probably 28 PSI for this rocky section, where we want to not go too low because we have to hop on the highway and it's a short little highway section, but we don't want to leave it too high and not have as much traction down the rocks. So we just finished airing down and Alyssa's going down to spot us, and then we are going to start heading down once she checks to make sure there's no traffic coming up, because there's no way we would be able to back up this hill.
I'm gonna be honest, this whole thing gives me so much anxiety. I do not like this. I would have rather turn around, but Jacob said that he wouldn't do it unless he felt 100% confident, and he does. So I'm going to trust that. Whatever we're gonna film of this, I don't think it actually captures how incredibly tight, rocky, and slippery this whole section is.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, coming down. All right, you're good to come hop in. You okay?
Yeah, nice job.
Nice job. All right.
That was scary.
Well, we did good, honey.
How did you feel about that?
I felt great. I had no concerns. It didn't slip at all. Felt totally in control. Do you feel less scared about the whole experience now?
Yeah, I think seeing it be able to do that makes me feel a lot more confident in what it can do.
Yeah.
And I think having the tires aired down doing that makes me feel way better.
Yeah, we wouldn't have done that without the tires aired down.
I didn't realize like how much airing down the tires like supported that kind of driving until I saw how it was like conforming over the rocks.
Yeah, I mean, this thing drove great.
It definitely was very like off canter.
Which is fine.
Which I think I would have felt more scared maybe being in it.
Yeah.
Feeling it tip like that a little bit.
That makes sense. Well, you could always walk those, but all the weight in this is down low, or most of the weight, because of the water tanks and fuel tanks. So we just crossed the highway section and we're back on dirt now, and we're heading up on the other side of the highway trail section to get to where we're hoping to camp tonight, which is up in the forest on the border of Colorado and Utah, if we make it there before dark.
I don't think we want to be driving a lot of this stuff in the dark.
I'd agree. If we could find camp before dark, that's preferable, but still early enough, we should be okay. Although I don't really know how many miles it is left.
Yeah, me either. Climb was probably the steepest thing we've ever done in the EarthRoamer.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think that was like a 400-foot hill.
At once, yeah.
And over like a quarter mile? Less than that. A couple hundred feet.
Yeah, we used 4 low and just crawled up that. The fact that you could do this kind of stuff in a 20,000-pound luxury RV with your bed, your kitchen, bathroom, all the fresh water you need, and all the amenities is insane. I mean, this isn't the most technical trail by any means, it's still an easier rated trail, but like other people in built up Jeeps are doing this, and it does have a lot of drop-offs, shelf road, rocks, and we're doing it in a giant RV. And the fun thing is everyone's miles away is because it is just wild to see someone doing this in this type of vehicle, but this is what they were built for, and it blows my mind that it's really hard to make this vehicle struggle. All right, let's see. I just heard, yep, I buried the front of the motorcycle rack in the dirt. It looks fine though. Not a problem. There's a rock.
What's the verdict?
Oh, I completely buried the rack in the dirt.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
bent?
fine. No, I don't think so. I think it's fine. But the whole tray is filled with dirt, and there was a big rock in the middle of the tray. And the front of the nose thing got all like scraped up and stuff.
Oh my. Way to go, Pakmule.
Way to go.
Really putting it through the test.
Yeah. Why don't you go spot us?
Okay.
I think we'll be fine if you're spotting us.
You want me to get you through this next part?
Absolutely.
I honestly think you probably have more space than you think you do.
I think so. I just can't see anything, so I just want to make sure my wheel placement's right.
Hold on, let me see your back tire. All right, looking good.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm not seeing any damage, but you definitely scraped this big rock.
Okay, it might have just been the tire.
Oh, sorry, did I go too far? Do you need me?
Yeah, you left me.
I was looking at the views. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. I just kept running. Oh yeah, you're in a tight spot, huh? Okay.
All right, what should I do?
From this perspective, I think you should just keep going, although I cannot see your back tires. Stay passenger as much as you can right now.
Back tire, back tire.
Wait, gotta think. Okay, so there's a big tree that I think we've already probably scraped on things. Yeah, we should check the roof later.
All right, let's keep moving forward. Thanks for spotting. There's no way I was doing that without a spotter. I think we had more room, but I just couldn't see.
There was that one spot where it was
The tire went off the edge.
was a little off, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do about it other than just like go, go, go.
Yeah, good go. He's right. Don't stop. It's a lot of weight. It could get away. Well, the county road definitely is much easier bypass than doing that shelf trail. But the views were incredible. Worth doing. Good job, honey. You made it through.
Our entire landscape has shifted again, and we went from deserty looking to now a pine forest. But we're really close to the reservoir, and we're gonna see if we can find a camp there.
The spur sites are literally just here in the cow fields.
There are a lot of cows on the loose, which means that our dogs can't get out of the car without being leashed. Like, they are everywhere.
Honey.
Oh, they're angry.
This is not gonna fly with the dog, so let's just turn around. Oh yeah, you say it. I know. Our cows.
Cattle dog is on it. She's got this.
All right, we found camp for the night. Wow, we're muddy. I didn't even realize how muddy we are. Look at that. Holy. Anyway, this looks like it will work for tonight's purpose.
Well, I think it's safe to say we're gonna need a car wash in Moab. Those straps are never gonna be the same color again.
So on the tight shelf trail, we knew we scraped a rock. We weren't entirely sure which part of the vehicle we scraped it on, but we scraped it right here. and right here, which honestly isn't terrible. That's just a little bit of cleanup and some paint, if we even care enough to put paint on. All right, I'm getting on the roof to check to see if we have any damage. We have some scrapes on the awning and some on the roof. Nothing bad, honestly. We're good. Perfect. That's what we wanted. Means it's doing what it's supposed to do and hold up for all the trail use we're putting it through so far.
It is almost 8 p.m. So our plan is to cook some dinner, wind on down, and then we will continue with this trail in the morning.
Good morning, day 2 on the Rimrocker Trail, and we're having some breakfast, and then we're gonna jump out and go hit the trail. Our goal today is to get to Moab. This is the first time on the trail so far we've been in a mini traffic jam.
Traffic jam being we're behind 3 other cars. The first time we've seen other people really on the trail.
I think the only other time we saw people is when we stopped to air up and they were passing by us, but that was it.
To recover their Hummer.
Yeah.
That broke down.
We found out that that Hummer did break down there.
We did.
So the big question for today is there is a highway section that we have to get on because we're too big to fit down this really narrow section trail.
We base that on some photos and other commentary on the trail.
Yeah, and I mean, we did look, and the person who, or a couple people gave feedback. I think one was in a 4Runner and one was in a Jeep, and they said that they were scraping edge to edge, which means if they're scraping, we're gonna be over the edge in the bushes. So we're gonna have to drop down the highway and then go around this one little section, then back up to the trail. The big question for me is, can we do that little section of highway? And when we say highway, I think a lot of these are like more backcountry roads. They're not like big highways, without airing up and just go slow, because I don't really want to spend an hour between airing up and airing down again when we get to the trail.
That actually worked out really nicely because we only had a few cars that needed to pass us, and it was really easy to make that happen.
So that was the slowest.
We were solidly
5
going
miles.
like 30 to 40 miles per hour under the speed limit.
We made sure we weren't anyone's way, and I think it worked out. So we should be past the part we potentially couldn't fit down, and then now this is the final leg that drops us into Moab.
It's funny that there are now guardrails. Maybe it's a Utah thing.
Or it's just this section road.
But this section is like nothing as far as steepness and shelf roads compared to some of the other stuff that we've done so far.
So come to find out, we're basically in Moab.
We're done? Maybe? To be honest, it was a pretty anticlimactic ending to the trail.
I know, especially after like yesterday being like so long and
so epic.
And like so technical, and I figured like it was gonna get more and more progressively technical as we got to Moab, and it got like really easy today. And yeah, well, we made it. So that was
fun.
honestly a lot of fun. Cool, successful trail.
Successful trail.